Hello students, welcome to AffairsCloud. My name is Vikas. We have an app by the name CareersCloud which you can go and download through Play Store. Once you have downloaded the application, you will be able to easily log in using your Gmail ID. Once you have logged in, you will be redirected to this page where you will be getting this UI and there will be option for home, all courses, my courses and doubt section. On this application, you will be getting multiple PDFs, multiple content on daily basis that will be enhancing your learning. Our first segment is daily current affairs. We make sure to provide you current affairs on daily basis in both English as well as in Hindi content. The PDFs for the same are uploaded on our application, and apart from this, we also make sure to provide you with quizzes that will help you to revise the content after you have gone through the PDF. Next comes our weekly content. The content is also provided in both English as well as in Hindi, and here we also make sure to provide you quiz also of that past week's current affairs that will be enhancing your learning, as it is a compilation of the important topics, important MCQ questions for the last week. Similar for the monthly, the PDFs are very important. They provide you insights of various topics, as well as we also make sure to provide you the quiz of monthly questions that are very important for learning. Next, we also provide you with important PIB articles on daily basis so that you can go through these articles and have an insight about that particular topic. Not just this, we also make sure to provide you important events that are happening globally and make sure to give you the right analysis. One of the most important segment of our application is that we make sure to provide you with the correct exam analysis. When you are having exam, we make sure to provide you with previous year questions so that the student can go through the exam pattern and the syllabus and can prepare the exam accordingly based on the pattern. After the exam, we also make sure to provide you with the exam analysis. Then for the students who are preparing for state exams, they will be also beneficial here, as we will make sure to provide with state-wise current affairs for them. Apart from this, we also make sure to cover the topic-wise current affairs such as your national affairs, government schemes, international affairs, banking and finance, economy and businesses, as these are the topics from which the examiner definitely asks the question, and these are covered on the monthly basis. So friends, do check our application. It will be a one-stop solution for learning. Apart from this, friends, CareersCloud is hiring. We are looking for candidates for subject matter experts in quants, reasoning and English, and also we are looking for a content creator for current affairs topic on daily basis, weekly basis and monthly basis. There is also an opening for a person who can translate the English content into Hindi. If you want to apply, you can scan the code here for further details, or you can go to the description and click the link below. These positions are available both in full-time and freelance for serious candidates. Hello everyone. So in this video, we will be discussing important current affairs for 31st of March. The session will be quite interesting and important, so do pay attention and do take notes, as they will be very beneficial for your learning. So let's start. First question is, India renewed the agreement to export electricity to which country for 3 months? For 3 months, this India's agreement with which country has been renewed, and it is till June 2024. Right, this was with which country among the following? It was with Nepal. So India renewed a agreement to export electricity, right? This agreement is to export electricity, and it was with Nepal, right? It was till June 2024, and it was on the request of Nepal Electricity Authority, right? Just before the expiry of their agreement for the India's electricity that was ending on 31st of March, correct? And now this agreement has been extended till June 2024, correct? Apart from this, Nepal can import up to 554 megawatts of electricity from India between 6 am to 6 pm under this agreement, and this includes 500 megawatt from Dhalkebar Muzaffarpur cross border transmission line and 54 megawatt through Tanakpur, right? So remember, a total of 554 megawatt of electricity can be imported by Nepal from India, and that is between 6 am to 6 pm. Apart from this, remember, Nepal faces electricity shortage due to their reliance on the run of the river power plants, particularly evident during the winter when river water level decreases, right? As they are generating this electricity through this river, so as the water level decreases, the amount of electricity they are producing also goes down, right? And domestic electricity production in Nepal is approximately 1200 megawatt, while the demand reaches from 1800 megawatt to 2000 megawatt during the peak periods, and that is the reason they need to import this amount of electricity. Apart from this, remember, NEA, that is your Nepal Electricity Authority, they requested India export 650 megawatt through these transmission line, but however India agreed on this amount, that we can export this amount of electricity to you, that is to Nepal. Apart from this, Nepal may face a 10-hour long shortage if they can't import around 600 megawatt of electricity from India during the dry season, right? Next, apart from this, if I ask about Nepal, what is the capital of Nepal? Kathmandu. Kathmandu is the capital of Nepal. Who is the president of Nepal? Ramchandra Podal. Ram Chandra Podal. Right? And Nepalese rupee is the currency here. So, right. So, coming back, India renewed the agreement to export electricity to Nepal for 3 months. Correct? That is till June 2024. And how much electricity in Nepal will be importing? 554 megawatts. Next, take a note of this. This is important. SEBI, they have launched the beta version of which trade settlement version. So remember recently, and we have discussed this also multiple times, that SEBI, they have rolled out a trade settlement, that is T+0 trade settlement cycle. This means same day transaction settlement, right? That means, for example, if you do a intraday, right, and you made a profit of, say for example, 1000 rupees, this 1000 rupees used to come into your account of your broker, right? So not on your broker, in the account where you used to trade. Say for example, you are using Grow platform, right? On this you are buying and selling equities, you are doing intraday, you are doing all the option selling and buying. So on this you made 1000 rupees profit. What used to happen was, earlier was, it used to take T+1 day for the same, but now it has been reduced to T+0. That means this amount used to be credited next day into your bank account, but with this T+0 settlement cycle, this amount will be credited on the same day. So T+0 has been recently launched, this cycle. Here you can see SEBI, they have launched the beta version of T+0 rolling settlement cycle, that is the same day transaction settlement on an optional basis, in an addition to existing T+1 settlement cycle in equity cash market, right? Apart from this, this allows the same day settlement of stock trades instead of 1 day settlement, that was T+1, that is waiting for the day for the trade to settle and fund or stocks to be delivered to you in the next day. But this beta version of T+0 settlement was introduced for a limited set of 25 scripts and with a limited number of brokers, right? And if this goes through, and if this is implemented in a right way and people are liking it, or this is implemented in the correct way without any negatives, then this can be implemented permanently, right? If we look at some of the benefits for the investors here, this will increase their liquidity, as the amount they have earned on that day will be available to you at that time only, and they can use that amount of money to take more trades. It will improve the flexibility as well as it will reduce the risk. Then if we talk about this T+0 settlement, this will enable the immediate addition of stocks to accounts upon purchase, facilitating the same day trading and full fund availability. There are two trading phases for T+0 settlement. Phase 1 will be until 1:30 p.m. settled by 4:30 p.m. and phase 2 will be from 1:30 p.m. to 3:30 p.m. Right? Next. If we look at some other related news here, Ahmedabad, Gujarat-based real estate developer Shivalik Group has received regulatory approval from SEBI for their inaugural fund, that is Shivalik Investment Fund as a category. First news. Second, Alternative Investment Fund, that is the fund aims to raise 300 crore rupees through private placement, including 150 crore rupees green shoe option. Right? Moving on. Next news, according to RBI credit cards, which mark has been passed recently in India, right? So credit cards has crossed a how much mark? So they have crossed 100 million mark in India. I repeat, as per RBI's latest data, this data released by RBI, they stated that the total number of credit cards total numbers of credit cards that are issued by banks in India, they have breached or they have crossed the mark of 100 million. That means 100 million credit card users are there in India in Feb 2024, and this is for the first time India has crossed this 100 million mark, right? And to be exact, data revealed in Feb states that the total number of credit cards in circulation was 100.6 million, right? Whereas last year in the month of Feb 2023, this data was 99.5 million. Correct? Apart from this, friends, if we look at it, HDFC Bank, this is the largest private bank in India, and they leads in the number of credit card issuances with 20.40 million credit cards in circulation by them. Then it is followed by SBI with 18.75 credit cards, and ICICI Bank on third with 16.47, and Axis Bank on fourth with 13.90. So we can say HDFC Bank on top, followed by SBI Bank, then ICICI Bank, and then comes your Axis Bank on the last. Then the overall credit card spending among the Indians has slightly decreased from 1.66 trillion rupees in Jan 2024 to 1.49 trillion in Feb 2024, and this is due to the significant decline in the point of sales and e-commerce payments. Apart from this, remember there is a dip also in the transaction of the leading credit card issuers. If we talk about HDFC Bank, the transactions through these HDFC Bank credit cards has decreased from 43,711.47 crore rupees in Jan 2024 to just 40,288.51 crore rupees in Feb 2024. Then the transactions through ICICI credit card declined from 29,672.96 crore in Jan month to 26,843.03 crore rupees in Feb. Similarly, for Axis Bank, they witnessed a decrease in transaction from 20,305 crore rupees in Jan month to 17,528.9 crore rupees in the month of Feb 2024. Right? So take a note of this. Apart from this, if we talk about Reserve Bank of India, who is the governor here? Shaktikant Das. And where is the headquarter of RBI? Mumbai, Maharashtra. When was it established? 1935. Moving on to next news. PFRDA, they mandated two-factor Aadhaar authentication for CRA access from 1st of April 2021. I repeat, Pension Fund Regulatory and Development Authority, in its single digital safe practices for government nodal offices under NPS architecture advisory, they have mandated two-factor Aadhaar authentication for assessing the central record keeping agency system that will enhance the security for national pension system transactions. This will come into effect from 1st of April 2024, and about 1600 government offices will implement this two-factor Aadhaar authentication for their CRA cycle. Right? What is CRA cycle? CRA is basically your central record keeping agency system, right? And this will enhance the NPS transactions. If we look at this, previously the nodal offices used password based login for NPS transaction. The new system adds an extra security layer, reducing the risk of unauthorized access and safeguarding your national pension system transactions. The Aadhaar card based login authentication will be integrated with the current user ID and password based login process that will enable two-factor authentication for accessing the CRA system. Right? And remember, for NPS, National Pension System, right, the AUM under this, that is your assets under management under NPS, has been growing steadily, and with an overall AM exceeding 11.56 lakh crore rupees as of March 16, right? That is 16th of March 2024, and this is 30% higher NPS under higher 30% higher AUM in NPS, correct, current considering the last year. If we talk about PFRDA, right, who is the chairperson of PFRDA? Deepak Mohati. Then where is the headquarter? It is in New Delhi. When was it established? It was established in 2003. Moving on, here you can see PFRDA, they mandated two-factor Aadhaar authentication for CRA access from which date, and the right option here becomes option 1, that is from 1st of April 2024. Next, here you can see IRDAI, they mandated e-insurance for all new policies from 1st of April 2024. I repeat, IRDAI, they mandated that all insurance policies, they should be issued in an electronic form with effect from 1st of April 2024, and this is similar to how investors hold shares in the demat account. I repeat, and this is important, take a note of this, that IRDAI, they mandated that all the insurances, all the new policies, right, that they should be issued in an electronic form, right? All the insurances, they should be issued in an electronic form, and the process of acquiring and managing policies electronically is known as e-insurance. Correct? Let me show you here. The process of acquiring and managing insurance policies electronically is known as e-insurance, and the insurance plans of an individual will be collectively recorded in his e-insurance account, that is EIA. That will be similar to that of your holding shares in your demat account. This move will streamline the policies and simplify the policy management across different insurers and segments. If we talk about this e-insurance, this e-insurance was introduced in 2013, and this will enable the policyholders to maintain digital policies in their repositories, right? And at present, there are 4 insurance repositories. If we talk about them, they are your CAMS Insurance Repository, Carvi Insurance Repository, NSDL Repository or NSDL Database Management Limited, and your Central Insurance Repository of India. Correct? Then if we talk about IRDAI, who is the chairperson of IRDAI? Devashish Panda. Where is the headquarter? It is in Hyderabad, Telangana. And when was this established? It was established in 1999. Next, which countries are among the top importers of Indian engineering goods? So these are the 3 countries: UAE, Russia and Saudi Arabia. These are the 3 countries that are the top importers of Indian engineering goods, right? Take a note of this. This data was released by whom? This data was released by EEPC. What is this EEPC? This stands for Engineering Export Promotion Council. I repeat, Engineering Export Promotion Council. They released the data that states that UAE, Russia and Saudi Arabia, these are the 3 countries that are among the top importers of Indian engineering goods, right? Take a note of this. Apart from this, here you can see, according to the analysis by EEPC of India, the premier trade and investment promotion organization in India, here India's engineering goods export surged during April to Feb 23-24, and here Russia, UAE and Saudi Arabia are among the top importers of Indian engineering goods. This is also, remember here, despite an overall decline in exports, the engineering segment experienced an year-on-year growth of 1.23%, right? Then apart from this, here you can see that exports to Russia saw a 99% increase to $1.22 billion. The growth was facilitated by a successful rupee payment mechanism implemented to counter economic sanctions against Russia. Then the export to UAE was increased by 16% to $5.22 billion, making it the second largest market for Indian engineering goods, and exports to Saudi Arabia spiked by 75% to $4.62 billion, making it the third largest, right? And India's export of engineering goods to Australia also increased by 5% to $1.3 billion. Correct? So take a note of this. Apart from this, India's export to traditional markets such as China and USA saw a decline. Correct? Next. Next is, which organization received India's first ASI performance standard certification? This is your BALCO. What is BALCO? Bharat Aluminium Company Limited. Bharat Aluminium Company Limited. Right? This is a unit of Vedanta Aluminium. Right? Remember, they have emerged as the first company to receive this ASI performance standard certification. Right? And this is a V3 certification, and it is given for the production and distribution of range of primary aluminium products. Correct? I repeat, here you can see that BALCO, that is Bharat Aluminium Company Limited, unit of Vedanta Aluminium, emerged as the first company in India to obtain the Aluminium Stewardship Initiative ASI Performance Standard V3 certification, and this was for the production and distribution of broad range of primary aluminium products at their Korba facility that is located in the state of Chhattisgarh. Right? Before this is your V3 certification. Right? Previously, remember, Vedanta Aluminium, they also achieved the ASI performance standard V2 certification, and it was for smelter and their capacitative power plant located in the SEZ in Odisha. Correct? So coming back, remember, this ASI V3 certification was provided, or was first company to obtain this ASI V3 certification is Vedanta's BALCO. Moving on, who took over as the 41st national president of FICCI Ladies Organization? So, who took over as the 41st president here? Joyshri Das Verma. Right? Joyshri Das Verma. Here you can see in the picture, she is Joyshri Das Verma, and she took over as the 41st national president of FICCI Ladies Organization, and it will be for year 24-25. She will succeed whom? She succeeded Sudha Shiv Kumar. Right? She succeeded Sudha Shiv Kumar. She was the 40th president of FLO, that is FICCI's Ladies Organization, for 23-24. Right? And before this appointment, Joyshri Das Verma, she served as the national senior vice president of FICCI's Ladies Organization. Correct? Then there is a theme for this for Joyshri Das Verma's term for 24-25, that is collective vision, collaborative action. This is the theme for her tenure. Right? She will be working towards this. And we know what is FLO, FICCI's Ladies Organization. This is a women's wing of FICCI, that is the oldest women-led and women-centric business chamber in Southeast Asia. Right? Next is Basirao Diomaye Dikhar Faye. Right? Remember, Basirao Dikhar Faye was elected as the president of Senegal after winning the election that was held on 24th of March 2024. So he became the new president of Senegal, and he became, remember, 5th president of Senegal. He took won by 54.28% of the votes for the voting session that was held on 24th of March. Next, RIL, Reliance Industries Limited, that is owned by Mukesh Ambani. They have bought 26% share in the Gautam Adani's and APOS. Right? And remember, I repeat, Reliance Industries Limited, owned by Mukesh Ambani, they has bought a 26% share in Gautam Adani's, correct, APOS. Right? It is important, take a note of this here. Correct? Apart from this, Madhya Pradesh Power Project and has agreed to use the 500 megawatt of electricity produced by the facility for captive use. The two billionaires are working together on a business project for the first time. Correct? So coming back, Reliance Industries Limited, right? They bought 26% share in Adani, right? And they both are working together under this, and this is the first time these two individuals, these two Indian billionaires are working together. And remember here for Adani's which company, they Reliance Industries Limited, they will invest 50 crore rupees here for 26% stake in a 600 megawatt unit of Mahan Energen, right? And this is an Adani Power subsidiary. I repeat, Reliance Industries Limited, owned by Mukesh Ambani, or we can say Mukesh Ambani and Adani, they are working together. And here Reliance Industries Limited, they bought 26% stake in Adani's Madhya Pradesh power project, that is a 600 megawatt Mahan Energen, right? Here 600 megawatts of units of electricity is produced, in which 26% of share was acquired by Reliance Industries Limited for 50 crore rupees. Next, Warburg Pincus sells entire 2.25% stake in IDFC First Bank. I repeat, Warburg Pincus, that is a private equity firm, they sold their entire 2.25% stake in IDFC, that is Infrastructure Development Finance Company Limited First Bank, for 1195 crore rupees through an open market transaction. Here remember, Warburg Pincus sold their IDFC First stake on share on the BSE through the affiliated Cloverdale Investment Limited. Next is ICICI Securities. They have delisted its share and merges with ICICI Bank. I repeat, Industrial Credit and Investment Corporation of India Securities, they have received approval from shareholders to delist their shares and to proceed with their merger with ICICI Bank, that is the parent company and the main shareholder. If we talk about ICICI Bank, right, remember as of March, ICICI Bank holds roughly 75% stake in ICICI Securities. And if we talk about here IDFC First Bank, who is the managing director and chief executive officer of IDFC First Bank, V Vaidyanathan. Where is the headquarter? Mumbai, Maharashtra. It was established in 2018. Moving on, next is Lewis Cameron, the first black man to win Oscar for Best Supporting Actor, recently passed away. As you can see, Lewis Cameron, right? And he was the first black man to win Oscars for Best Actor in Supporting Role, passed away at the age of 87 in California, USA. And in 1983, he won Oscar for his performance in An Officer and a Gentleman, right? For his role in this, he won Oscars for Best Supporting Actor, and he passed away at the age of 87 in California, USA, right? And he was born in 1936 in Brooklyn, New York. Also remember, he had won an Emmy Award for Outstanding lead role in 1977 for the movie Roots. Next is your International Day of Zero Waste 2024, observed on 30th of March, correct? And this UN's International Day of Zero Waste is annually observed across the globe on 30th of March to highlight the importance of bolstering waste management and promoting sustainable consumption and production patterns, right? This 30th of March 2024, this year, this marks the second annual International Day of Zero Waste, and the observance is led by UNEP and UN Habitat, correct? So UNEP, United Nations Environment Program, and UN Habitat is your UN Human Settlement Program, correct? So observance of the second edition or second annual International Day of Zero Waste observed by these two organizations. The first was observed on 30th of March 2023, and the resolution was proposed by Turkey to observe this day, and it was accepted by around 105 countries. If we talk about UNEP, where is the headquarter? It is in Nairobi, Kenya. Who is the executive director here? Inger Ederson. And when was this founded? 1972. And 193 member states are there in UNEP. Moving on, if we talk about GWMO, what is this GWMO? This stands for Global Waste Management Outlook. I repeat, Global Waste Management Outlook for 2024, right? Titled Beyond an Age of Waste, Turning Rubbish into a Resource, right? And this states that more than third of the world's population is living with solid waste, and 2.7 billion people in the global south and developing regions do not have their waste collected. The global average waste collection rate is just 75%, and only 61 to 62% of the municipal solid waste being managed in the controlled facilities. It is estimated that the waste generated set to grow in volumes from 2.3 billion tons in 2023 to 3.8 billion tons by 2050. Right? This report was jointly released by UNEP, United Nations Environment Program, along with International Solid Waste Association. Right? So friends, these were your important current affairs for the day. Now let's go for a quick one-liner revisions. In which institution or in which institute Union Minister of State and Electronics and Information Technology Rajiv Chandrasekhar launched the Digital India Future Labs in Feb 2024? So it was in which institute? It was Indraprastha Institute of Information Technology in Delhi, that is IIIT Delhi. Right, in IIIT Delhi, Rajiv Chandrasekhar launched this Digital India Future Labs in Feb 2024. Right, take a note of this. And here Minister of State also addressed the Digital India Future Labs Summit 2024. This was also held at IIIT Delhi on 3rd February, and this summit hosted by IIIT Delhi focuses on catalyzing the next generation of electronic systems design. Right. Next, the Finance Minister of Gujarat, Kannubhai Desai, presented state budget for the financial year 25. It was of how much amount? So, Finance Minister of Gujarat, Kannubhai Desai, presented the budget, and it was worth 3,32,465 crore rupees. Next, in Feb, Dash became the first Indian state to pass the bill on Uniform Civil Code. It is Uttarakhand. And this Uniform Civil Code, which is the article for this, it is Article 44. And with this, Uttarakhand, remember, it became the first Indian state to get a common law, that is your Uniform Civil Code. And this Uniform Civil Code is basically that aims to govern and regulate the laws that are related to marriage, divorce, land, property and inheritance, that is will be same for all the citizens irrespective of their religion. Next, which state government has recently approved the establishment of the Tadoba Kawal Conservation Reserve? So this is in Telangana, right? Telangana state has recently approved the establishment of the Tadoba Kawal Conservation Reserve. Right? Take a note of this. And this, remember, Tadoba Kawal Conservation Reserve is in the area between the Tadoba and Andheri Tiger Reserve, that is located in Maharashtra, and Kawal Tiger Reserve, that is located in your Telangana. Next, the headquarters of the CITS, Confederation of International Tea Smallholders, will shift from Dash country to China. So the headquarters of CITS will be shifting from China to India, right? It will be shifting from China to India, right? This decision was taken during the 25th session of the Food and Agriculture Organization, that is an arm of UN, and this meeting or this session of the 25th session of the Food and Agriculture Organization, where was this held? Location can become important. It was held in Guwahati, Assam. It was held in Guwahati, Assam. Correct? Then remember, Sri Lanka will host the next IGG session after 2 years in 2026. Correct? Next is our homework section. First, recently, where was the world's first Om-shaped temple inaugurated? Second, tantalum, a rare metal, was recently discovered in which river? Third, what are cicadas recently seen in news? Fourth, which organization has launched a new network for coronaviruses, that is CoviNet? And fifth, recently, which space company has successfully test fired Kalam 250, the propulsion test bed of the ISRO? So these are your 5 homework question, friends, and I need to see maximum participation from all the students watching this video. That's all for the day, friends. I hope you enjoyed the session, and you can follow us on the YouTube channel, as well as apart from YouTube channel, you can go and follow us at AffairsCloud Telegram channel. And if you have any queries related to the content or the of courses offered to you or the payment which you did on the application, you can contact us on the number provided, that is 7677333862. Apart from this, friends, you can follow us on the Facebook as well as on Instagram handle, that is AffairsCloud_official. In the end, friends, if you use a code that is Vikas10, you will be getting an additional extra 10% discount by using this code Vikas10. Also, if you have any problem regarding the course purchase, any problem regarding to our application, you can contact us on the mobile number, that is 9677333862. And if you want to mail us, you can also mail us on support@affairscloud.com, and I assure you that our representative from us will be contacting you soon and resolving your issue.